Dude, this was like $25, I think. Like, not bad.
Yeah. Hi, Twitch. Awesome. It's working. I got my overlay working again. Great. So that's working. All right. I think we're ready to rock and roll. I had to update so much shit over the last week on everything, like my drivers, my everything. Ugh. But we're ready to go. Justin's about ready to show us what he's got for us. And Twitch, we're glad that you're here.
Princess Peach wig.
Oh my God. Get off the show if it's not a Princess Peach wig.
Oh, dear God. The light of 1,000 suns right in my face.
The light of 1,000 suns.
May you be blinded by the light of 1,000 suns shone through the crystal of a single ruby.
Oh God, I got like 10 notifications at once. I got one
May
from... Oh, it's the Etsy shop.
Children feel the burning.
Oh my God, I need that score bunny, I think.
Have fun in this shop, boy. Wow, they've added so many. Dude, there's like all these Animal Crossing hats now.
Ah, I love these. Yeah, oh my God, I'm definitely ordering.
They've got like a sea serpent hat that I love. Like,
I'm definitely ordering something for Heather from here for Christmas.
Yeah. They have Ralts. I love the Ralts hat.
Well, I mean, I tried to fix it, but I wasn't able to.
Who's that?
No,
Sobel. Okay, I see it now. Sobel. Uh-huh. I see it.
Love you too.
Love you too.
Love you too.
All right.
I'm sure Lucas had some snide remark that I missed.
I assume. Oh shit! I need that shiny Umbreon bad. Oh no.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Infendo Radio.
Anyways, everybody is recording at this point. That is actually on the episode this evening, I would assume. Correct?
Oui, mon capitaine.
All right. Then let us sync up in 3, 2, 1.
Kitty on your chair. That's the word I was looking for. Kitty on your chair.
I'm gonna send this link over to the patrons in the executive producer channel before I forget. Boom.
That's son of a
feed. Okay, cool. Then I think we're about ready to get started. I got my music ready. I've got my Steves ready. I've got my Kitty ready. I've got my Bulbas ready. Let's.
You didn't ask for our times, by the way.
That is true.
Oh well. I guess about where are you now?
Well, I can give you where I was when we synced. If you.
I was gonna say I was at about 5:55 when I tried to say "kitty on your chair" and forgot the word "chair."
I'll take it, Lucas.
I was at 4:36 when I went.
Everybody, get out of the dining room.
To all of our French listeners, we appreciate you.
Very much, very much. Okay, we're gonna get started. Although we do have a yelling Justin, but that's okay because he will be back here shortly, and away we go.
Scrap of something. Here's a rope.
Are you a member of our Discord yet?
Toys galore.
Because that's where you ask your questions for the
you have
blocks
entertainment for
Get
hours.
There through Infendo.com.
No, you want to talk.
Creating overwhelming urges to buy Nintendo crap since 2005. Infendo Radio is on now.
Boop, blarp.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio. I have almost the entire crew with me. I guess technically I have the entire crew with me, but the only ones you can see are all wearing hats. Justin, that's a mighty fine Groose hat you've got on there. How are you doing tonight?
I'm confused.
Your little hair whip. It's awful Groose-like. You're getting there, anyways. You lost your chance. Tell the people where you can where they can find you, and let's move on to little Pulsey over there.
You can find me on Twitter at Infendo Justin, and I am days away from making an announcement on at Utilidorks, so follow my Disney stuff there.
Tease. Man, I can't believe you showed me this Etsy, Lucas. I cannot believe that I'm about to order as many hats as I am about to order. But how are you doing this evening?
Mario-themed sex toys.
How are you doing? And tell the people where they can find you.
You can get a dildo that looks like, you know what, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna let you totally finish, and then I'll go ahead.
Well, I
and
was
say my
going
piece.
to say Mario-themed sex toys. You can get a dildo that looks like Donald Trump's penis.
Cool. So I don't really know how to follow that up, but you can find me at my website, which is chromatichue.com. I did re-up it, which is exciting. It was down. I apologize for that. However, now if you try to get on there, it will tell you that I am trying to viciously harness your data. The reason for that is because I need to do some magic stuff that I haven't done yet, that I will probably ask Eugene for help with sometime tomorrow.
I'm the domain master. I will help.
All right, well, I'm going to be doing that. I also have a YouTube channel where I've been uploading oodles and oodles of Phasmophobia Let's Plays, so if that's your thing, you can check that out at youtube.com/c/LUKASPEACE. That's my first and middle name put together. I'm very creative. Also have a video coming out sometime later this week about Pokemon Conquest, so for all 2 of you that remember that game, go and check that out.
I actually do remember that game, but it's been a while since I've heard that before.
What we're learning is the algorithms that determine ads on Google do much better with games that people aren't all talking about at the same time. So that's the strategy. That's really about it for me. Chromatichue.com and that. I also have a Twitter, which is just at Chromatichue that you can check out. I don't really do much on it because lately, everyone's awful. But you can check that out too, I guess, and get notified when I post new videos and stuff. So
everybody's awful. Everybody sucks when it's 2020.
And that's all I've got to say. So Eugene, please, for the love of God, get us out of here.
Everybody's awful.
Fair. All right. Well,
Especially me.
You done? Cool. I'll finish then. All right. So let's go ahead and thank all of our patrons. We have not all of them to thank this week, actually. At least all of our producers. We have one more episode left in the month before we thank everybody. But we do want to thank Minus64, Slacker Monkey, Andrew Searson, who is an executive producer, and the Brianosaurus, who is also an executive producer. So thank you very much for helping bring the show to everybody tonight. I think it is time to take a little break. On the other side, we will be back with Change the System.
See you real soon.
live people that are watching us on Twitch and YouTube, because F the police. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I guess we're ready to rock and roll here in just a moment. Oh, hold on. Please hold. I can't, gotta change it up.
Gotta change out that thing. He's changing it out. We're a professional podcast. We never make mistakes. We never interrupt each other. Everybody's always on time, and we know
Now
what we're talking about
ready to
before
go.
the show starts.
Oh, that's not distracting at all. But we're gonna go with it.
Hey, just what we need.
I think since we're just waiting on Justin, I think we'll just kind of kick it in.
Get it started. I'll start off on news, and then we can do what we've been talking about.
Sounds good to me. Let me
Let's do
just
it.
get the Steve queued up here. This week, let's go with, I guess, the Infendo one. And then how does it sound with route number 1 now?
Do you want a really easy way to get a hold of us?
Good.
All you've got to do is go to
Cool. All right, let me make my note real quick here. All right, well, we're about to rock and roll. As you can see, we killed Justin. He's in below the camera. You can't really see him.
We're actually playing an elimination style permadeath round of Infendo Radio tonight. So after every break, one of us will be dead.
Yeah. Before the show started, actually, Steve got eaten by Yoshi, and he's in an egg right now. So that's what happened to him. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. It's time to play the game that we call Change the System.
Do you want a really easy way to get a hold of us? All you've got to do is go to infendo.com, and you can see everything we're up to and get links to everywhere to find us.
All right, we're back. I hope you're ready for another adventure. Lucas is going to talk to us about some news that happened over the last week. And you know what? It's not a whole lot, but we're going to take it anyways. Lucas, tell the people what they want to hear.
Breaking news! Although it's really not that exciting, so don't get too excited. Yeah, a couple of things happened this week in the wonderful world of Nintendo. None of it that interesting, but right before that, literally like tonight at midnight Eastern Standard Time, the true time zone, supposedly the Pokemon DLC is coming out, the Crown Tundra, and Nintendo/Game Freak has managed to keep the fact that there are 2 more legendary Pokemon showing up in that game private until right now. They just got leaked, apparently by Centro Pokemon Leaks. Never heard of them before, but yeah, we've got a Ice Horse and a Ghost Horse that are going to be showing up in the game as the new legendaries. You will get to choose one of those in your adventure, very similar to how Urshifu worked in the last DLC. And those horse Pokemon will be able to fuse with fancy reindeer boy Calyrex. And he will basically just be riding them, and they will have a fusion form, that you can play as. That's a combination of...
I'm excited about that, though.
Yeah,
I'll take
that's
it.
a thing. Honestly, there's a lot to look forward to in this DLC. I'm excited for it, although I'm not, giddy. I'm still pretty hyped. There's going to be a lot of new Pokemon coming out we'll be able to play with. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty cool.
The reason
One
I'm
of these
excited is
days,
because
I will get this game.
You really
And
should.
see, I was going to say, part of the reason I'm excited for this DLC is because I never got the chance to even play the first one. So I'm just going to go in fresh on both of them.
Nice.
I'm a little bit... I don't know how I'm going to do it, though, because I remember when this first came out, you said that you can kind of power through the first DLC if you go in with overpowered Pokemon, and I don't know that I want to do that. I think I want to spend my time, enjoying both DLCs, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I would recommend, if you really want to get a story experience out of it, go in with a team of level 60, 65 Pokemon, and you'll have a nice 4 or 5 hour experience. That's what I would recommend.
Okay.
Yeah, but So that's that. And the only other real news that we've got to talk about is now that Mario 35 has been out for over 3 weeks, we're learning new information about it, which is kind of cool. If you have already basically like elite status your level by hitting level 99, going over to level 100, which brings you back to level 1 with a star next to your level, if you hold the L button when you're getting into the game, you will be playing as Luigi instead of Mario.
That's so cool.
Neat?
Yeah, actually, yes.
I
mean, I can't tell that much because it's just a color palette swap, honestly. But like,
yeah,
you know,
still, I'm excited. I think it's cool. Plus, other players will be able to see you running around on the screen as Luigi, and that'll freak them out. But yeah, I'm like level 56 right now, so I've kind of got my work cut out for me. I don't play it that much. It's something I kind of jump into, when I have like 10 or 15 minutes to kill before a meeting or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I want to try out Luigi, but I don't really have much else to say about that. None of us
are you guys still playing that game? Because I am.
I still play it a few times a week.
Yeah,
like it's one of those things where I'll say, "Oh, I'll play a round," and then I'll do terribly, so I'll play another round, and then I'll do a little bit better. I'm like, "Oh, I might actually make number 1 this time," so I just keep playing.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. Like I really enjoy that game. So kind of bummed out that it's going away. We did have one other thing. It's kind of just trickled into the news cycle a little bit, but it does kind of have to do with games going away. There's a financial analyst or something who does a lot of stuff with Nintendo, and he's been on record as saying that he highly doubts that the Mario 3D collection will be the end of those games being on Switch. His prediction, and this is all hearsay of hearsay, so take it with a grain of salt, but his prediction is that those games will be released individually at some
I've heard that that theory, hypothesis, whatever, a few times, and I don't think it's unlikely, certainly.
Yeah,
I have a feeling that if they do that, well, I would hope anyways, that Nintendo would, say, okay, at least we're going to cut these people a deal, like we're going to give the Mario Galaxy 2 DLC away for free to the people who bought the 3D collection earlier type of thing, or I don't know.
That. See, the way I see it going is like at the end of the sale, they say, hey, the games are now available on the eShop for $20 each, that kind of thing.
Right.
See what happens. But
and then us just get the shaft. I guess it's not really getting the shaft, right? They're not doing us dirty. We just got the game earlier.
Bought it early. It's kind of like when I bought Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate in Japanese, and then I had to buy it again in English because it came out 6 months later, and they didn't make any announcement that they were going to localize it or anything. It's kind of like that.
In fact, they went out of their way to suggest that they weren't planning on localizing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so kind of like that.
That was a fun little debacle.
But that's all the news that we have for today, and since we try to keep the show down to an hour, now would be a good time to move into the games we've been playing, or the mysterious unmarked packages we've been receiving in the mail. So, gentlemen, would any of you like to take that segue and run with it?
Sure, why not? I thought I was gonna go last, but yeah, I got this nice little box here from NOA in Redmond, Washington. I think I know what it is, but I figured I'd do a nice little live unboxing here for you viewers.
I think I know what it is too. I'm gonna take a guess. Is it that pin set?
I hadn't thought about a pin set.
Is it the Mario sex toys you were talking about at the start of the show?
Oh, look at this. It is. I had forgotten that I had ordered this. It is my Animal Crossing little tote bag that I got from my Nintendo. Kind of love that we're getting physical goodies here.
Wait, Nintendo has physical rewards?
They do.
What?
I might have to get... Is that an Animal Crossing one?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's more to open here. Oh, yeah, here we go. There we go. It outsmarted me. All right.
For those of you listening to this podcast, enjoy the ASMR.
All right, so we got the lovely Dodo Airlines logo on the front, and on the back you got smaller versions of it. This is cute. I vaguely remember ordering this with silver or platinum coins, rather, but yeah,
I like that. It's cool.
Yeah,
take that shopping with you.
Exactly. Oh, that'll be about the geekiest thing I've done in a while.
Somebody is
So,
gonna
yeah.
say something to you every time you go to GameStop. Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
That thing.
oh yeah. I will be the envy of one person a week, but it's worth it. That's why my tattoo is the Nintendo logo, but it's the old like 1890s kanji logo because not everybody will know what that means, and the people who do are now my best friend. Actually, it's this. So, there's that. As far as what I've been playing, it's been more the same. I'm hooked on Animal Crossing again, as I mentioned before. So, spent quite a few hours on that. Still playing Paper Mario every chance I get. I have made it to the dry outpost, so I'm probably a few side quests away from the next, I guess would you call it a dungeon? I don't know. Wherever you get the next Shine Star King.
Yeah, what do you call it? I guess they're
universe,
just like
whatever
areas or whatever, right? Because it's not like you jump into painting like in
right.
like in Mario
Yeah,
64.
I mean it's dungeon-like in that you usually have a building or an area with puzzles you have to solve and backtracking, but it's not a dungeon in that it's not a Zelda game, so I don't know. But yeah, so I'm on my way to the second of those. Still been trying to keep a Ring Fit Adventure regimen going. I try to play it at least twice a week. Basically, I'm trying to play it on the days that my kids have school. I've missed a day here or there just for whatever reason. Either I needed more sleep or I needed to go shopping or whatever. But that game still work out. I lost my first battle today. I'm on World 3 and Drago, I suppose is how you pronounce it. I got him within like probably under 100 HP, so like one more move, or
it starts getting hard.
If I had been more successful at the last move I'd done, I would have beaten him, but I didn't, and I was out of shakes or whatever they are, so I died, and I'm like,
oh my god, I did that in a raid in Pokemon Go the other day. It sucked. I was on the last hit, and I ran out of time.
We did that when
as exhausting, but yes, I get the frustration.
A couple of weeks ago, you and I and Heather did that when we tried to solo a 5-star raid. We were like, "This close."
Which I bet we could take now that we're best friends.
Right? Yeah. Right.
So besides that, I did pick up a new game, a game that's been on my wish list for quite a while. Finally went on sale. Return of the Obra Dinn.
I hate that game.
I want to know if that's good. Tell me about it, because I hear good things about it.
It is pretty cool in a weird way.
Yeah, it is good. It's very, very different from anything else I've ever played. First of all, the style of the game is going for like an old black and white Macintosh look. So you literally have like black, white, and one, maybe two shades of gray. Like it's almost like a high-res Game Boy game.
Right.
But it's a first-person, I suppose, puzzle-solving game. Basically, this ghost ship
deduction.
This ship disappeared, and nobody knows what happened to it, and then suddenly it reappears. So you are sent to investigate what happened, and you walk around the ship, and you find the dead bodies of the various people. And you have this device that basically turns back time to the moment of that person's death. And after you've watched, you listen to what happens, and then you have about a few seconds to maybe a minute at the absolute most to explore the area while it's kind of in a freeze frame mode. And look at who was there and what was happening and how this person died. And then you have to fill out basically this checklist, and by the end of the game, the goal is to have figured out who everybody was, how they died, and where they died. And so I've probably done about a half dozen of them so far. It's very different, and it gets complicated pretty quickly. Like the first few are pretty easy, but after a while, like you really start to like you have to figure out who's who, and there's like 60 people on the ship.
It gets overwhelming when you get to like the lower decks and there's like 12 bodies and you're bouncing from body to body, and
Right.
it gets a little repetitive too, because you have to watch like the same cutscenes every time you go back in time and forward in time, and it lost me, quite honestly, after a while.
This is the same dude, Lucas Pope, that did Papers, Please. I don't know if you guys ever played
Yes.
Papers,
I played
Please.
Papers, Please.
Is
same
that
dude.
on the Switch? Because
Yeah,
No.
pretty sure.
Yeah, I've thought
Is it?
I thought it was. Maybe I could be wrong. I'll look it
Might
up.
be.
real
look it
quick.
up, but
I
I've
played it
heard
on
of that and really was kind of interested in that,
Fun
especially.
fact, Papers, Please also was one of those games that got really overwhelming for me the larger I got into it. Like the first few levels, it's pretty easy, and I was like, oh cool, it's kind of like a morality thing where it's like, do I let the people in or do I not, based on like this kind of like fascist regime that I'm living in.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's so many rules that you have to follow, it becomes like actual work. Like
That's kind of like Death and Taxes. Like
Yeah.
it's very similar
Yeah.
type of thing where you've got a bunch of stuff in front of you and you have to decide,
Yeah.
based on what's going on in the world and the almost arbitrary rules of your boss and all that. And yeah,
Personally, I'm more a fan of the morality choices thing than I am of the like
Right.
like rules management stuff. So that game kind of lost me too. But
Well,
both
right,
well-made
yeah.
games, just not really for me personally.
I just looked it up, by the way, not on Switch. So Lucas, you are right there. It's on Vita and like everything else, though.
I played it on Steam, and it worked
well,
fine.
I mean, I do have a PlayStation TV, so I guess I could play it on that.
I played it on my iOS when I had one of those. I don't know if it's on Android, but it's on iOS for sure.
Well, I will look that up. So there's Animal Crossing, Ring Fit, Paper Mario, bits and pieces of Super Mario 3D All-Stars, mostly Mario 64, a few rounds of Super Mario Brothers 35, and that's pretty much it for the week. So nothing truly exciting except for that one new game and the fact that I'm getting myself all buff. Lucas, is there a question for the class?
No, I just want to go next. Pick me,
Okay.
pick me. So I actually have a challenge for
So
anyone who's
Eugene,
listening.
what were you been playing today?
And Justin reminded me when he was talking about Animal Crossing. I played Animal Crossing this weekend because I had a friend over, and we play Animal Crossing because it's the only game she owns. I still can't get back into it. I just it's not grabbing me anymore. I understand that it's really more about interacting with your friends and collecting recipes and decorating your island. I was into
It
Animal
is.
Crossing New Leaf because of the life sim elements, right? Going up, waking up every day, talking to your villagers, finding out what was going on in their lives, interacting with them, buying them gifts, that kind of stuff. And that element has largely kind of been missing from this one. The villagers' dialogue has been really dumbed down. There's not much to do in the way of interaction. What I'm curious to know, for any of our listeners out there, and I would challenge you to help me out with this, because I would love to get back into this game. I see other people really enjoying it and playing it, daily on my friends list. Tweet us at Infendo and let me know, what about Animal Crossing keeps you playing? Because I would love to awaken that part of myself and give it another go. I've thought about restarting my island, like just deleting it and starting over from scratch. I remember the first 30 days were particularly engaging because there was a lot of busy work, a lot of stuff to do. I've thought about playing. I keep my Switch in Japanese now to help with immersion for learning the language. So I've thought about going back to the game in Japanese and using it more as a teaching tool with a little bit of game than. But I don't know if I'm ready to make the plunge back into it. So I would like your help.
What it was for me, and I don't know if it's. I thought it was something that was gonna make me stick around, but it ended up kind of pushing me away. It's the fact that there's 3 or 4 different currencies if you really stop and think about it in that game, between your Nook miles and your bells, and then you've got the tickets or whatever. It just gets a little much, I think.
See, and that stuff doesn't really bother me as much, but what I miss is feeling like the game had its own life, right? like I said,
Sure.
when I used to wake up every day, I'd go into New Leaf and I'd run around town and I'd talk to my villagers, and they'd one of my villagers would be like, "Oh, I was just over at so and so's house and we did so and so. Hey, do you want to stop by my house tonight at 5 p.m.?" It was like,
I do miss the invitations. I'll be honest, for me, it's the chores. It's, I gotta collect all the fossils. I gotta hit all the rocks. I've gotta plant the money tree. Like, to me, I don't know why, but to me, that's for somebody who is so terrible about doing routine chores. For some reason, that's what hooks me in the game.
Yeah, it's just that I've got enough of that stuff like in real life and in all my other games, I think, that's kind of keeping me from getting like bogged down in Animal Crossing. But yeah, to you listeners out there, like, give us a tweet and let me know, because I'd really love to be able to get into this game, and I'm thinking it might just be the right mindset. So help me with that. I don't want this game to be another Breath of the Wild for me if I can help it. That's Animal Crossing. I've been playing a ton of Monster Hunter. With and without Steve, actually. We unlocked, so there's these things called deviant monsters that are like harder versions of the regular monsters. We finally just unlocked our last 3, like this far into the game.
That's crazy.
So I've been hunting this one owl monster called Malfestio that basically makes a weapon that's as strong as my old weapon, but also can put the enemies to sleep, so we can deal like massive damage with barrel explosions and stuff. It's pretty cool. So I've been hunting a lot of that on my own. Of course, I have this really competitive nature when we play games. Those of you who listened to the show back when Mike was on it will remember how often we would butt heads and compete. And for the last month, Steve has been ahead of me by 10 or 11, levels in Monster Hunter every time I get on.
No.
I think I have almost narrowed the gap. Last time I played with him, he was level 140. I don't know if he's gone up a little bit since then, playing on his own. I am currently at 136, so I'm catching up. My Palicos are also almost both at level 99 now, so that feels good. But yeah, no, I've been really enjoying that game. Monster Hunter Rise comes out in a few months, so I'm hyped for that. Also, Monster Hunter Stories 2 comes out at some point, and I'm really excited for that because I love monster catching games, so color me excited. But really, that's about it. I've been playing a little Pokemon Go. Honestly, not as much since they nerfed the incense and made it harder to catch Pokemon just by sitting in your house. Yeah, not really a whole lot else going on, but yeah, still, games are games. Oh, I played some more Phasmophobia too, but I'm not even going to talk about that because if you want to see
watch,
Shameless plug, go on my YouTube channel. Each video is 20 minutes long, and I've uploaded 4 of them as of today, so go look at that.
Nice. Cool. Well, then, I guess it's my turn then by process of elimination, and I'm going to talk to you about the games I've been playing. I'm not going to talk to you about Pokemon Go, except for that I really, really, really had a good time during that event this last weekend.
We didn't talk about the Charmander event.
Oh my god.
I caught 20 shiny Charmanders.
12 for me, not quite that many.
You also got a Mytiena.
The same day. Yeah, it was right as soon as the event ended. Heather took my phone and her phone because she did all the trading. She did better than me. I think she got it 18 or something like that.
Nice.
But anyways, she took my phone to start trading because you got to get a lucky shiny Charmander. That's what you really want, and the first Pokemon she caught when she got my phone was a shiny. How do you say that Pokemon? Hyena?
Mytiena?
Poochyena?
Poochyena is the baby form.
Yeah, Poochyena, yeah. So I was excited because I don't have one of those, and she was real mad because she also doesn't have one of those. So It was good times all around. So yeah, Pokemon Go was fun, man. That event was 99 cents well spent, in my opinion. Moving into the games that I said I was going to talk about, although I spent a lot of time talking about Pokemon Go anyways. I've been playing a new-ish game. Been getting really into Spellbound.
That's the... Mm-hmm. That's the Fortnite.
It's like Fortnite crosses with PUBG crosses with Harry Potter. And I like it a lot.
Should I play it?
I think you should. It's free. I mean, if it may as well, right? And I'll play with you for sure. It's cool, dude. I am digging it because it's free, so I'm not feeling bad spending a little bit money here and there on a few of the cosmetic items type of thing, So like it's cool. But number 2, it's given me those PUBG vibes that I've been missing from on my Switch. It's not quite the same because you're in a group of 3. So it's more
like that.
Yeah, it's more Apex than it is PUBG, but.
Sorry, I know I keep interrupting you. Is it more PUBG than Fortnite? Because I don't
way more
building in Fortnite.
There's zero building.
Hot diggity.
No building. They said screw this building. Instead, we're just gonna let everybody fly, and it's really cool, dude. I like it.
I gotta try this. Okay, I'm gonna try it this weekend.
That's and what is this on?
Switch, everything. It's free to play. It's called Spellbound. It's basically Harry Potter PUBG.
I've downloaded
We're a team of 3, as long as Steve isn't here.
Yeah, no, I'd be down to play after the show, honestly. It's so good. Start downloading it now.
Give it a shot. Yeah, I've already got it downloaded, so I'll check for updates. And
the one thing that I'll have to knock it for, just a tiny bit, is that matchmaking takes a little bit long. So between matches, you can wait sometimes like 5 minutes to get into a match because you'll matchmake, and then once you get in the match, you're in like a pre-match type of thing, waiting for it to populate with all the players, and
That's a fair knock.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I dislike about it. But once you get in the game, it's really fun. Again, if you're into solo, it is. As far as I know, I don't think there's like a solo way to play, but so it is group of 3, more like Apex, but it's fine. It's got like all of the Apex quality of life things where you can like ping things, right? So like you push the left stick down and it'll like ping a chest, telling your teammates that there's like a chest here that you can open for items and stuff like that. Whoa. So yeah, I like it a lot. It is called Spellbound. The one other thing that I will say about this game that I like is that you can you basically go into the game choosing your right arm, because your left and your right arm can have a different power. So I like my right arm being electricity. So you can then switch out your left arm for other, abilities throughout the match. And
it's like a battle royale BioShock.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, exactly. And it's fun. It's got the same. So, you've got like your purple items, your green items, your white items, your commons, your uncommons, all that fun stuff, your rares, legendaries. So obviously you want to get like the highest. I think purple is the highest. I could be wrong about that. But you want to get your, your arms the strongest that they can be before the circle closes all the way in. And so then you have the greatest chance to, survive the end game match. But it's fun. It's fun. Spellbound, that I've been spending a lot of time in that one. Moving into some of the other games I've been playing, I know that we talked about this a bit last week, but I hadn't had the chance to download and play Steve in Smash Brothers, and I have gotten the chance to download.
I don't think I've ever played Steve in Smash Brothers.
I don't know that I like him, and maybe it's just because I'm not good with him. I haven't quite figured out his shtick. Although I will say I got my butt whooped by a Steve the other day when I was playing online, so I know you can be good with him. I just haven't figured it out yet,
I was talking about our Steve. I don't think I've ever played Smash Brothers with our Steve from Infendo.
Fair. But that was fun. I do like the new update is a new update, right? I feel like my favorite character got a little bit better somehow. I don't know what it is, but I just feel that Samus is my main. Something about Samus is better. I don't know if it's that the charge is a little bit faster to get to the charger. I don't know what it is, but maybe I'm just crazy. It's a placebo effect, but anyways, that's what I've been doing. Been playing Smash and Spellbound, and when I haven't been playing those, I've been playing another online-y battle game in Mario 35. I know I talked about it a lot last week, but I want to talk about it again. Guys, that game is fun. It is just fun. I've come up with sort of a strategy, as it were. Like I found that it doesn't really matter in the beginning of the game, like what you do to like kill the enemies. Like you don't need a real high multiplier to get there, because you're going to spend
run into the first Goomba.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're going to spend a lot of the mid game at 400 time anyways, right? Like at least that's how I am, because I usually spend a lot of my time in like World 1-2 and World 1-1, just kind of going back and forth, and I know where the stars are in that level, so I can just rack up, time.
Oh god, so, yeah, World 1-2, like I'll play that on a loop if I can, because it's the best way to rack up seconds.
Yeah, and then once I've got enough coins plus seconds, then I'll try and go for World 1-4 and World 1-3 to mess up people, because in World 1-3 I'll just have my Fire Flower going and just send like the flying freaking fishies, the cheap cheeps. There we go. The cheap cheeps over to everybody. That seems, maybe I'm crazy, but I put my thing to random, and then I just like fireball at everybody, and then I see the number counter go down and down and down. I don't know if it's because of my cheap cheeps or what, but like I feel like that's a really good way to get people out. And then if you want to get really crazy, once there's like 5 or 6 people, I go to like the water levels, because I find a lot of people have a hard time getting past the squid things. So I don't know, that's my strategy. I've only won one time, so maybe I'm not that great, but that's what I do.
The highest I've gotten is 3rd place.
As somebody who has taken home multiple first places, I will give you guys the same advice I gave a couple of weeks ago on the show. Coins in the beginning, and once it gets down to the final 5 or so, stop focusing on coins and put all your energy into racking up those combos for time. Mm-hmm. I've fought against folks before where it's been like 1-on-1 and we've gone on for like hundreds of seconds trying to time the other person out. Their mistake is I always see them hitting those boxes trying to collect coins and stuff. You gotta just give up the coins at the end and just focus on time, because otherwise you're screwed. So
yeah, no, that makes sense. And then like if you get really good and know where like the stars are, I think that's key as well. You kind of have to know where the hidden stars are and stuff like that. And of course in World 1-1, like there's that hidden mushroom block, which will give you exactly.
Using level warps is a nice way too to kind of choose where you want to go.
1-2 has a 1-up you can grab too, so that between those two, like you said, between bouncing those two levels, you can rack up a lot of coins and seconds.
Right. So, but that's really about it. I did turn on my I dusted off the old Xbox the other night, and then I started playing that, but nothing too major there. Honestly, it was just bouncing between like Game Pass games and games that I have downloaded from Games with Gold in the past, and I just couldn't find anything.
I can't believe I still pay for Game Pass.
I told you, I don't know if I told you my life hack the other podcast, but I think it's still available. You can purchase like a ton of time, I think up to like 8 years worth of gold, and then convert your account over to Game Pass. So like you might have to create another account at this point, but it could be worth it to save you some cash. And if you want to get extra sneaky, since you have a VPN, go buy Xbox Live Gold from like somewhere like Brazil. I bought like 8 years worth of time in Brazil money for like, I don't know, like $100. So yeah. Anyways, now that we're converting back over to the Nintendo podcast, I think we're going to take a little break. And then on the other side, we have the question block.
proton pack, but
Hello,
it had a
Twitch?
hole in it.
A proton. I had a proton pack when I was a kid too, but I don't know what happened
My
to it. It's
God,
probably got
the
lost.
blue Real Ghostbusters one. I still have mine.
Mine is either at my mom's house or got lost in a garage sale somewhere. But
Those
anyways,
things are worth something if you can find it.
right. Anyways, hello Twitch. We are back. It's time to do a
Welcome back
little
to the
mini
Ghostbusters
game.
podcast.
We're gonna do a little mini game and then we're gonna do the question block. So let me put a note here. And away. Oh no, I need to find a Steve and level him. Hold on, sorry. Let's go with this song.
We were supposed to do that during the break, but we got talking about Ghostbusters.
I know I screwed up. So there's the music. Ooh, I like this one. The Boutique. Let's find Steve. How about Steve? This one.
We can't hear anything, by the way.
No,
We good?
we can't hear anything.
Nope.
Oh,
Nothing. No sound.
it's because I had my bees off, so then you
I
guys wouldn't
love
hear
producing
Nintendo's.
stuff,
There you
but I'm
go.
really lazy. The easiest way to produce something really cool
good?
that you get your
Oh,
name
that
on
sounds
is
good.
head over
Music
to
is a little loud.
patreon.com/Infendo
Okay, we'll turn
Radio
it down.
and give us
Music is good.
$10 a
Music
month.
is loud.
We'll even say your name once a week instead
Better?
of once a month.
Better.
Okay, cool. Then we'll roll with it about that volume. All right, then let's move my note now that we've gone about 45 seconds longer. And away we go.
I love producing stuff, but I'm really lazy. The easiest way to produce something really cool that you get your name on is to head over to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and give us $10 a month. We'll even say your name once a week instead of once a month.
Okay, we're back. Are you ready to talk about the games that we've been playing? Nope, that's what we did
but
last
I'm ready
segment.
to do Nintendo.
Are you ready to talk about the questions that our question people asked us? Nope, we will not do that. First, we will play a game of Nintendo's, I say. So if you haven't been with us for a while, actually,
We're sorry.
hell, if you've been with us for the last couple of weeks, even we haven't done Nintendo's in a while. So let me tell you what it's all about. In this mini game, we will be playing a game that I happen to like a lot, called Nintendo's. This is a game where I have music from 3 games, and these 2 gentlemen are going to try and guess what games they came from with only the music. I hope that it's lightning rounds that we have here. We will see. But we're going to start off with this first track, so get your buzzers ready now.
Mario 75. Mario 35.
It
Mario
is
35.
Super Mario 35. See, okay,
Like,
so
what
what I
the
was
hell is Mario 75?
hoping was
It
going to
didn't
happen
dawn
here.
on me to jump
What-
in and correct it.
What I was hoping was going to happen here was that Lucas was going to say Mario 99, and Justin was going to be like, actually, it's Mario 35, and then we would have had to figure out who got the point. However, Lucas got the point, no need for debate, so let's figure out if you guys can get this next track. Again, I think it's going to be a lightning round. My cat knows what it is. Let's see if you guys
child
do
was screaming.
too.
Wii Sports.
Man,
Bowling,
you
right?
are. No, this is Wii Sports, just regular old Wii
I don't
Sports.
remember
You are,
this music at all from Wii Sports.
okay, so I tried to get one that maybe you guys wouldn't get. This is the training from baseball, and nobody liked baseball.
Oh, I played the training in baseball all the time. That was where you could like target the things.
Oh well,
That's why
there
it's
you
so
go.
familiar.
Okay, then.
Clean sweep, clean sweep.
I have prepared 3, so damn it, we're gonna do 3. Honestly, Justin, I think this is probably the one that you have the best chance at. So tell you what, let's make it double points. Let's make things interesting. If you get it, I will come up with a tiebreaker because I care about you two. here is the final game. Let's see what we can do here.
Is this Ring Fit Adventure?
This is Ring Fit Adventure.
I've heard this music recently. And I probably leave it on this menu music for a long time while I'm trying to get the dog to stop barking at me.
Yeah, that's kind of me too. It's like, okay, I have it on the because this is the title music. I'll have it sitting here while I'm like getting the little ring set and the thing on my thigh and clearing out some space and all that fun stuff. So
okay. I'll do a round or a battle and then go check my computer to see if I have work to do.
Sure. Okay, so we're gonna go with our final game.
Sundeath.
Get your buzzers ready. I think that this is gonna be another lightning round, but it could not be. I don't know. We'll see.
Lucas didn't get this one.
Here we go. It's loading. Oh my god. Hold on. Sorry. Ads. That's not what I wanted. I apologize. We're gonna go with this one. Oh yeah, this one.
We turned off the Ring Fit music. Oh, Pokemon Go.
It is Pokemon Go. So this
I never have the music on in Pokemon Go.
I also don't have the music on in Pokemon Go. I don't know how I knew this.
I never do never do either. And this is when you catch a Pokemon. So I figured that it would stump ya, but it didn't stump nobody. At least it didn't stump Lucas. So well done. All right, cool. Well, Lucas is the winner of this week's Nintendo's. Well done. I guess that means that you get the opportunity to read our first question block question, Lucas. So
indeed, yes. Slacker Money, who, by the way, Steve accidentally Freudian slipped a few weeks ago and called one of our patrons Slacker Money instead of Slacker Monkey. He has changed his name in Discord seemingly permanently to it, so that's great. Slacker Money writes in, what attraction would you want to see in a Nintendo's Universal Studio Park when it finally opens in America? I have an answer for this, gentleman. I would like to see, not that I would ever ride it because I'm a huge coward, but I would like to see a roller coaster themed after the roller coaster from Pina Park, complete with a giant mecha Bowser,
that
towering.
Would be radical. Yes, please.
Now you may give your less satisfactory answers.
Oh, well, I know what I would want. I don't know if it's less satisfactory, but it's equally satisfactory for me. Especially with the advent of this Mario Kart live or tour, whatever the hell it's called, I don't even know. Ooh. I want real life go-karts where you can shoot whatever, a missile. Maybe it has
AR, AR.
It has like a HUD in front of you or something, right? Yeah,
I think that's more or less what they're planning, but I don't know.
I want that, and then I want to be able to if I accidentally run over a banana peel, I want to actually have to spin out. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I want to spin out if I hit a banana peel. I want that to happen. It's got to be a thing.
All right. So the first thing that popped into my head, first of all, it seems as though right now everything they've got planned for the park is Mario themed, which is kind of disappointing. I guess there's like a Donkey Kong area that's planned for future expansion, but yeah, it's all within, there's no Zelda stuff. There's no any other
I mean,
Metroid
I think
stuff.
that's to be expected for the start, and then you kind of expand from there. I mean, I bet you Disney World was mostly Mickey Mouse type of thing for the start, but I don't know that for a fact.
Do not talk to him about Disney World.
Okay, so the first thing that popped into my mind, again, kind of sticking within the Mario universe, is and I've never ridden this ride. Oh, actually, it's okay. So there's a ride in Tokyo Disneyland that's Monsters Inc. based, where it's like a hide and seek thing where you have this flashlight with like an infrared thing, and you point it at monsters to make them show up. And it's kind of like the Buzz Lightyear ride or the Men in Black ride, where you're
Right.
basically shooting at things. But I want that, but Luigi's Mansion themed, where you're
Okay.
going through a haunted
Yeah.
mansion with a flashlight, and you have to shine it on the ghosts, and then maybe press a button to suck it up or something.
That would be fun. I would be.
And then
all
at the
for
end, you
that.
get a score.
Okay.
Like
all right. I think Lucas might win the point here again with his roller coaster idea, but
Peanut Park.
I mean, I love that idea, but I'm also kind of roller coastered out. Like, I like to see theme parks do things that aren't roller coasters, because it's so easy to just say, all right, here's a roller coaster, and we're just going to paint it this color and call it something.
I would also like a Zelda themed botanical garden, because those are the kind of attractions I like to go to when I go to amusement
no, it's got to be
parks.
Pikmin themed.
That would be fun. I like Busch Gardens because it's mostly walking around and looking at animals.
Fair. That was the best part of that park. I mean, I don't know how many more questions we have, but can I propose a follow-up?
Well, there is one question from Colt Cube if you would like to read it.
And unlike you, Colt gives us money every month, so we should probably read his question first.
Sure.
Did you want to go ahead and read that one, Justin, if you have it pulled up, or did
I do not have it pulled up.
Okay. What is one video game weapon
me.
you wish you had in real life? One video game weapon you wish you had in real life. This is a tough one for me. I always used to think that I wanted to have like Mario's fire flower ability, or like the ability to have like the Tanuki suit type of thing. But I don't know.
It's basically just you being a furry, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you caught me.
So I think I have mine. If you
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, because I'm kind of still pondering on this one.
So like, so there's like a precedent for this, right? Kind of like the Master Sword is like the sword of evil's bane, but you have to be pure of heart to wield it, kind of thing. Right. The Monado from Xenoblade Chronicles is a sword that gives Shulk the ability to manipulate like physics and reality, basically, and also the ability to predict things before they happen and counteract them. The downside to it is, believe it or not, I only played like 5 hours of Xenoblade Chronicles, but Dunban, who was the original wielder of the Monado, wasn't properly equipped to wield the sword, and it like burned and paralyzed like a portion of his body as a result. So I would want the Monado, but I would also want to be like the chosen one.
The chosen one, yeah, sure.
I don't want to have like a limp arm after like a year of predicting the future and stuff. But that would be fun, right? I could move fast. I could see the future. I could jump really high. That would be.
Is that kind of like the Infinity Gauntlet, basically?
Yeah,
basically exploding.
Same idea.
Thanos' face off.
Yeah, so I think I'm going with the Monado, because it's like your all-in-one reality bending weapon of choice, but it would have to accept me. So.
Awesome. Justin, did you have anything?
I've got two possible answers, and both of them are around the same theme. Either the stopwatch from Super Smash Brothers, so that it can slow time down and not have to rush to get stuff done. Or, I could actually get a full night's sleep and still play video games.
Justin thinks about this stuff like a 30-something-year-old.
Well, or along the same lines, the Ocarina of Time. So, if I run out of time to do something, I just, do. I don't remember what the song is, but
well, that's going to be a problem if you want to use the ocarina.
Yeah, well, I have to learn how to play an ocarina first. I have an Ocarina of Time, actually. Snazzy one 3D printed it for me. Maybe I'll go give that a try and be more on point for this podcast.
Sure. So you kind of stole my answer in the ocarina, because that was kind of going to be mine, because you have a lot of like abilities, as it were, with that one. So I guess if I was going to go with a secondary, I would go with the Wind Waker. And I feel like it's maybe a lesser ocarina, except for that it has the ability to, manipulate the weather and like with the wind and everything like that. So that's kind of a little bit of a plus there. So I'll kind of take it. But I do like the the idea of the ability to manipulate the natural order of things.
So you're gonna go with
like
that over Deku Eugene. Okay.
Okay, well, but see, I didn't like the Deku Scrub one. If I was going to do anything, I'd be Goron Eugene, 100%. I'd be
I would
rolling
have to-
around like crazy.
See, I'd have to go Zora because then I could finally swim in the ocean and feel comfortable.
Fair. Well, okay, cool. Well, Justin, you had a follow-up to our first question from Slacker Monkey, so let's circle back around to that. What was your follow-up?
So, all right, as we were just mentioning, pretty much all of the currently planned attractions for Super Nintendo World are Mario themed, and in fact, the world that is built in Japan, and that's pretty much all it is. So, if you could basically create a new area or attraction in Super Nintendo World that is not Mario or Donkey Kong or Yoshi, whatever other sub franchises there are, what would it be themed after, and what would the attraction be?
Zelda / Pikmin Botanical Garden.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot. I was gonna steal
I have another
that.
one.
So
but
if you're not gonna go with that one, I'm gonna go. I like the idea of like an underwater area level
cool.
type of thing. So if I'm gonna go with anything, maybe something really weird, really off the beaten path in like Steel Diver, where you have to like do like some kind of, again, maybe like an AR mission in some kind of like little tiny submarine or something. I think that'd be kind of cool.
That is a deep cut.
I've got a wacky one for you, and I don't know how it would work, and it would cost hundreds of millions of dollars, and they'd never approve it. But I want some kind of Pokemon hunt throughout the entire park. So like there's like 100
you could probably
different...
do that with Pokemon Go.
So what I'm thinking is like you've either got like an AR experience, right, where you're wearing like AR glasses, or you've got some like little like watch or something that like detects them in certain areas, and it brings you to specific locations in the park, spots that like would be tourist attractions where you'd want to go, and you can collect all of the different Pokemon. And maybe for like the kids that manage to find every Pokemon in the park, they get some kind of reward, like a little plushie or something when they leave.
That'd be cool. Like a nice big Pikachu plush. Yeah,
exactly. Something to entice the kiddos to explore the whole park.
I like it.
Some exercise.
That could happen. AR glasses aren't that far off from what I understand. I mean, the Google Glass is like already 7 years in the past, so we've got to have advanced since then. Justin, did you even give an answer to this one? Because I don't think
I did not give an answer to this one. The question popped into my head before I was prepared to give an answer. Unfortunately, I was trying to think of something for Zelda that would be fitting for that would be like a ride or like a walkthrough attraction, other than just like scenery, that would be appropriate for the franchise, but I couldn't come up with anything.
Crossbow training, dog. Just like your minecart crossbow training. Let's go.
I'm picturing like, those indoor roller coasters where it's like, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the ride or whatever. Like I'm picturing like that, but Majora's Mask. So it's like you go through like the swamp and the mountain and everything. Then it's like you see the moon coming towards you, and you go inside its mouth and you beat Majora.
Yeah. Like they have those like at the Universal for Harry Potter or whatever, where it's like a lot of like videos.
I actually like those are the kind of roller coasters I like inside the Epcot ball where you're in like a nice safe indoor track. Like that makes me feel better.
Sure.
Yeah, that's so not a roller coaster inside that. But I'm actually more of a, like Spaceship Earth style dark ride with a lot of atmosphere. Like I didn't get to ride Rise of the Resistance when I was in Disney World, even though it opened on the day we got married. But I've seen the videos and like that keeps happening. That sort of thing is the thing that I love, where you're just sitting in a car and stuff happens around you. But oddly enough, one of the things that kind of popped into my head was a Splatoon-based game where it uses a lot of that projection mapping technology.
That would be cool.
Where like you don't actually splatter paint all over everything, but it like creates a projection on it that
Yeah.
makes it look like you're splattering, and you kind of zoom around and try and cover up as much as you can. For some reason, a lot of my ideas, well, I guess because it's Nintendo, I was going to say a lot of my ideas seem to come around to the competitive aspect and scoring aspect of it, but they're video games, so why not?
It would make sense that a lot of their attractions are that, right? Like, I mean, that's what
Yeah, and
would make
apparently
sense to
they've
me.
got some sort of like mobile app that
Oh, cool.
does keeps track of your score and stuff like that. So
Nice. Well, cool. Well, thank you everybody who contributed to the question block this week. If you would like to as well, just go to infendo.com, join our Discord. It's free. You can just pop into that question block channel and put your question there. So that is it. We have made it to the end of the show. Thank you everybody who stuck around this long. We appreciate you. You already had our plugs at the beginning of the show. The only thing that I want you to do, you already know. You already know. Get out, go vote, guys. Be safe, wear a mask. Don't be dumb while you're doing it, but go vote. At this point, you're probably going to need to actually get in a line, even if it's just to put your absentee ballot in a ballot box. There's probably lines there for that too. So just be safe doing it, I just want you
luckily,
to make sure that your voice is heard.
So voting will be easy for me.
Yeah, I went and voted today. It wasn't that bad. It was like a 30-minute line, so we were able to get it done.
I voted by mail.
Yeah, there you go. And that's the way to go too. Although at this point it might be a little bit risky getting your vote in the mail. So yeah, again, just do what you got to do, but let's make sure that your voice is heard. Okay, so let's get out of here. I think it is time. Thank you everybody for joining us. We will see you all next week.
See you real soon.
Bye-bye.
Oh, tease. What a tease. Thank you everybody. We will see you guys next time. Okay, Twitch. Thanks for sticking around. I don't know how many people we had live, but we love you all the same. And remember, this is the one thing we need you to do. And just go vote. Just go do it, please. Please.
Please.
Please.
All right. That was a good show, I think.